it's crazy because I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
What?
I'm kind of drawing a blank here. Who we talking about?
Listen, it's so
if
crazy.
If you're saying, I feel like I'm gonna hit myself in the head for this one.
You are, because it's so crazy because he introduced me to this person, not in person, but he introduced me to this person. This person, I'm actually a little bit mad with myself because when they were here, I didn't really tap in. I had closed ears because their sound was a little.
Oh my. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we'll just go over the last part. The last 4 questions on the
What's the
on
topic?
the notes. Well, first we're gonna talk about what do you mean from the first episode about your mother's prayer? Because remember we were talking about like this song a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can go into that.
Yep.
And then how what you speak in your music can affect your lifestyle, greater purpose.
For sure.
And then like your writing process, where to start, the best tools when you're a beginner, and then who has inspired you in music and musical influences. And I was like, I could probably speak on it. Yeah, and business stuff too. So I probably can speak on that one as well. Oh shit. What did I just do?
You know what's so funny though? Is because it's the same thing every time. What it do, my people?
What's going on, y'all?
Yes, Lord, we here with it.
Another one, another episode.
I'm gonna get them every time.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Well, I'm KG Lee.
It is Leo Mari, and we are FMF.
FMF. What's
yes,
up,
Lord.
guys?
If you don't know, if this is the 3rd episode, so listen.
Episode 3.
It's family, music, and fitness. That's what we talk about on this
crazy.
show.
It's episode 3, family, music, fitness.
Exactly.
There we go.
So,
yeah.
What KG just said, I mean, I don't call him KG. Y'all gonna call him KG.
Yeah. Actually, we could even tell him what we call each other. A little fun fact.
It started with you.
Yeah. So I call him Bobby.
Yes.
So there's only
3 or 4.
4 people. Well, there was 4 people, but one of our brothers had passed away. So now there's only 3 people.
Well, it's 5 then.
Yeah.
Well, it was 5.
Well, it was 5. Yeah.
Me, you, Brandon, Christian, and White.
Yeah.
So it's 4.
4. Yeah. So
that are living.
Yeah. And it came from because I'm from Jersey. But when I came down, I started to try to understand the PG County slang lingo, and people used to call you Mo, Bob. So I put my little
spin on it. PG, you know the lingo. But that actually derived from DC.
Oh, derived from okay.
Yeah, that's DC.
Okay. So instead of Bob,
like, come on, Mo, kill Mo. That's DC.
Oh man! So instead of Bob, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call people Bobby because in the crowd, when you're yelling, some people don't even recognize their name. But if you say Bobby, then it's like only the certain people that I call that will turn around.
And I don't want to sound crazy, but it ain't too many of us that's named Bobby.
Yeah, facts. That too. Yeah.
For real.
Oh man. But yeah, that's just a fun fact about us. Bring you a little insight into our lives. I don't really call anybody else that, so even my parents know it too. So, and my siblings make fun of me all the time. Bobby. Yeah. So, first episode, right? Yeah. So we were gonna talk about what we met, or actually, what it's a funny kind of inside thing. My
What Carl
mother's
meant.
prayer. Yeah, what I meant by my mother's prayer. Levi put it in a song that he wrote, um, and it kind of just derives from my mom. She always says like, I prayed for somebody to be able to keep you on the right path when you're in college. And I end up having three great people that kept me on the right path. Uh, that made me kind of not steer off
Tighten up.
wrong. Yeah, tighten up when I needed to. Shout out to my boy Too Icy. Shout out to my boy B. Um, and he's actually left us. He's in Cali now, which is, we're not even gonna get into all that. But yeah. So she prayed for somebody just to keep me on the right path. So I think it's important for you to have strong friends in your corner, people that are gonna check you. I think that's the biggest issue now, in the group of friends that we hang around, and how we end up getting in trouble, is that nobody checked us at some point. And we've had our encounters with checking each other. We've had our long nights with
Listen,
long weeks of not speaking and living in the same apartment.
listen. That's how you know who really loves you. You get what I mean? So if your friend's not telling you right from wrong and just going with what you are doing, that ain't your friend. Hope, and I only say if you're doing what you're doing is not going with the morale. Uh, so if it's something bad that you're doing and they not checking you, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
If they, especially if they know it's not right. So
And if they know it doesn't line up with your morals.
for sure, facts.
Yeah, because some people will just go for it just because it's like, oh, I'm just going with you. And it's like, nah, you knew what I was doing was wrong and you still allowed me to do it. I
Facts.
kind of feel some type of way. Because sometimes as men, we not in our right head all the time. We don't think, with the right, head. But that's a whole nother
What he
conversation.
talking about is y'all better stop cheating. Don't nobody cheat on my watch.
Yeah, no,
I'm a
no.
snitch.
We be keeping each other, accountable over
My
here with that.
brodies know I'm gonna tell them. Hey, bro, you better not cheat. I'm gonna tell your girl.
He ain't gonna tell. He ain't gonna tell the girl, but he definitely gonna check us. The saying is, you make the bed that you lie in.
For
So
sure.
you know what I'm saying. It's all what's done in the dark is always gonna come to the light.
Facts.
So just make sure that you always have somebody that's gonna check you and keep you in line. Keep your standards, and keep the main thing the main thing. I think that's
For
most
sure.
important. Um, but yeah, let's get into
Let's get into it.
the main topics here. Um, what when you speak, and how what you speak in your music can affect your lifestyle, the greater purpose. So how do you feel about when you listen to certain music, the type of mood it kind of gets you in, or the type of space it puts you in? Um, for you, how do you feel like that affects you on a daily? Even your lyrics on the song that you might be making that day, like how does that affect
Yeah,
you?
yeah. If I'm answering the question correctly, I don't know. But when I hear music and beats, I get a certain vibe. You get what I mean? So whatever vibe the beat is, that's what I'm gonna go into. Sometimes I can have a certain vibe and I'm looking up different beats. So I call up a producer like, bro, do you have this type beat? I'm gonna go based off of that. But it just depends on how I'm feeling or what the beat is speaking to me about.
Okay.
And I do want to talk about this as well. If you hear my music nowadays, it's starting to switch.
Mhm. For sure.
It's starting to definitely switch, and I would definitely say it has a lot to do with me growing up. It has a lot to do with my mental state. It has a lot to do with who's around me. Me growing maturity wise,
Mhm.
and where I am at in life. I'm happy. I'm able to speak on a mature level. Um, yeah.
I feel like being able to know yourself too.
Oh, you gotta know yourself.
Yeah.
Facts. I'm glad you said that. You definitely gotta know yourself as well because I was dropping. I'm not gonna lie to you. He might be mad with me saying this, but I was dropping music that I really like. I was making the music, but I was making it to fit in with the music that I was hearing before,
Mhm.
and or like with certain people in the team, they were like, "You gotta make this type." So I was getting pulled different directions. I
Yeah.
always knew what direction I wanted to make music in, but I was getting pulled in different directions because we was trying to pop as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But it was, I feel like, um, everything happens for a reason, and the timing is always its timing. What's supposed to happen is going to happen when it's supposed to
That
happen.
is a fact. I think that's the most important thing, though, especially when making music, because if if you did pop when you were making that music, you wouldn't have made the current music that you are making now.
For
And
sure.
I think, to be honest with you, the music that you're making now is probably your strongest that you've had as far as being able to create a story, being able to create a feeling.
Yeah.
Music is a very feeling type of thing, so I think that when everyone is able to hear it, and the world is really able to kind of tune in, they'll feel it. So I think that's really the most important thing, especially for where we're at in life now. Like you were saying,
Mm.
like we're maturing, we're on a different level of just trying to understand life, trying to conquer life when life is life.
Can
Okay.
you think, really think about it, how we would have been,
Ooh, that would have been bad.
how we would have been if we popped 3 years ago, or,
That would have been bad.
oh my goodness,
Because we don't, because knowledge
that would have been
wise,
bad
that yeah, that would have been bad. Ooh, yeah, that would
on
have been
every
terrible.
aspect.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That would have been terrible. Ooh, the right people
That
wasn't
wouldn't been
around.
good. That
Yeah,
wouldn't been
yeah,
good.
no, yeah. The right people wasn't around too. I think that's the most important thing too. Is like, yeah. Yeah, then we're just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna go on to the next one after that.
Oh my goodness.
So you kind of answered a little bit about it, but the writing process and where to start, like the best tools when you're a beginner. Like I know, I remember being in the dorm room and we're just kind of playing. That's when you were producing a lot,
Yeah.
but we were playing with instruments, we were playing with beats, and then we just kind of created the music from that aspect. Now that you have your full studio, and that we have like a couple of producers kind of on hand, what is your recording, process like when you do go to the studio or when you record out?
Majority of the times I'm recording
Yeah,
myself,
you're
so.
recording yourself, but yeah, you get what I'm
But
saying.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start off by saying this. Please, if you're an artist or if you're a producer, anybody, create your own studio. Create your own studio, please. When you create your own studio, it gives you that free range to really do what you want to do. Uh, the creativity that you have at 2 in the morning, like you can just get up and record music at
Yeah,
any point, at any time, and just you can mess up how many times you want to without really feeling like you're paying for these hours.
yeah, or you're really clocking in on somebody else's time too.
For sure.
Yeah, like you're saying, 2 a.m. You could just shoot. We've pulled all nighters in the studio
All nighters.
because we're right here, and we can sleep when we sleep. I think it's important too, though. You're talking about like the artist, and I think the artist and the producer. If you do have a producer that's close to you, or a producer if you have an artist that's close to you, I think you guys should try to to work together. A lot of people in the
Try to
industry,
lock in.
yeah, have come up together, and I think that it just makes it a lot more organic too.
And it's like a each hand wash itself. So you got a producer, you got an artist. Artists can sometimes tell the producers what to do just to help out the sound. Producers can tell the artists what they can do to become a better artist. Like, and when you tap in with a producer, you can also have them wrap the beat around your vocals, which makes it even bigger. So definitely try to lock in with a producer. My producer that I locked in with was Finnick.
Shouts out,
He's a
boy,
part of the
Nick.
label. Finnick.
And
My
Nick.
dog is a dog.
Yes, you.
And he a
Woo.
young boy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real young. We got a couple producers on the team, but he was the first one that really stamped himself.
For sure.
Real young. First one of the first beats that he did was actually no. I'm about to lie because it wasn't Shooter. It was
He
Mud on the Moon.
produced Shooter,
He
but
produced Shooter, but Mud on the Moon. Almost 90% of that album.
yeah, exactly.
He produced.
Yep.
Yeah. So and
lock in with a producer.
Yeah, please do, because you guys can move forward together, and I think that's the.
And if you lock in with a producer, beats are expensive too.
Yeah. We done spent
beats are expensive.
Thousands of dollars on beats. Okay. So yeah,
beats are expensive. So if you can lock in with a producer, videographer, all these people just to create a team, especially if you first have to create a vision though first. As an artist, you gotta have something for them to really see, to believe in you first.
Yes.
Because if you don't have those things, what are they gonna go based off of?
Yeah, it's not really gonna work
out.
It's
not gonna work.
Nah,
it's not gonna work.
Out. Not gonna work.
And that goes for producers, videographers, engineers, managers, investors. Yep. You gotta first put into yourself, and that's building a studio. Even if you rapping on YouTube beats and not putting them out, or even just buying the lease, they $45 or whatever they may be, $29.
$29.50, something like that.
Listen, I mean, whatever it is.
Y'all smoke that every day anyway, so
every day.
Might as well
buy the lease.
Might as well buy the lease.
Rap on the beat and get people to hear it.
Yeah.
Have somebody, people around you, make them believe in you, invest into you, all that good stuff. That's the name of the game.
So how would you first start off with just creating a song? Let's just give them the beginning part for how you create a song. Your process.
It depends. So some days when I haven't heard a beat from our producers that they sit there, and if I'm not really feeling the beat, I'm gonna go to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I go to YouTube and I type a artist type beat. I look up that artist type beat of the vibe I'm feeling. We check it out. First thing I do immediately, if I hear a beat I like, I cut it off. I then go to convert. I convert that YouTube beat into an MP3 and I upload it into Pro Tools. I jump immediately straight in. Well, one, I set the tempo and good stuff like that, find the key. And I'm going to teach you all that as well, how to do that. So after that, throw them headphones on and I just start jumping in there. Like, I'm vibing, I'm catching a vibe. I might be mumbling, but majority of the times I'm straight punching. Each line I'm punching, and I just keep going. It doesn't matter what I'm saying, doesn't matter what's happening. I just keep trying to keep punching, and it just come out to be a song. Nope. And I'm freestyling it. I don't write anything. I'm just spitting out. Listen to it, think, hear the last line, then I jump to the second line, listen to it, go to the third line, and I just keep punching and punching and punching. That's how I work. You know what I mean? One of my favorite artists, Lil Wayne. He's the one who taught me that. You gotta
Okay.
punch it, and it gives you more of an organic feel.
Yeah, because you don't think about it too long.
It gives you a more organic feel, and when you punch, it's not like you trying to. You gotta have breath control. It's a lot that goes into it, but it's good to punch.
Yeah.
So you can have that same intensity and energy as you did on that other line.
I would have to agree. I've seen the process. So I I think for me, I enjoy just watching the process as far as one picking the key because that's the talent in its own. Because I still haven't really mastered that. I do
Nowadays,
understand.
though, Pro Tools does it as well, but I use the keyboard. Where we at? Cut on. There we go.
Yeah, but I do understand the tempo. I get that part. So when trying to, do you pick a beat for the specific tempo? When you record, or you like, let me find a beat between 120 to 160, or is it
Nah,
just
I
like
don't do that
however
at
I
all.
feel?
Whatever the beat,
Is you just go with it?
whatever it is, and then I just use that. But I can always speed it up or slow it down if I wanted to, for sure.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
okay. It's funny you already kind of answered one of the questions that we had
Which
here.
one?
But who inspires you on the music level? Who influences you the most, or has influenced you the most?
Lil Wayne for sure. Lil Wayne is the GOAT. He's the go-to man. All of that good stuff. Lil Wayne, without a doubt.
Okay. All right. How about on the business side of music?
You just took my question I was gonna have for you, but go ahead.
Okay. No, because
Nah.
I have my person on the business side of music.
Oh, go ahead. Who? Because that was gonna be like not just business side, but also like management side of things.
Um, I would have to go with Russ. I think that's somebody
That's a good one.
I think that's somebody that I've paid attention to a lot. Especially just his process of things. I don't think he gets his just due when it comes to the music industry and really understanding on how he got there, where he started taking over. And yeah, I don't think there's, because he really started out independent, and he the Staples Center twice in a week span. I don't think I've ever seen somebody being able to do that at some point. I aspire to be able to meet him and have a conversation with him as far as just what got him there. And then just little, I would love to pick his brain on some things, but that's one person that really interests me a lot. And then more on the business tip.
I know you gonna say the two people. Go ahead, just go ahead, go ahead. I know who you about to say.
Business tip.
Let's see.
Well, I could go either way here.
Hold on, I'm gonna whisper it to y'all. Cover your ears real quick. You gotta cover your ears. Go ahead.
All right. So, there's a couple of people that I could go old or new. But definitely somebody I've looked into is even Lil Wayne. Just bringing that factor in on how he started, how young he started.
Are you talking about musically, or you talking about business?
Oh yeah. We're talking about business here. Ooh, business. All right. Go ahead, business. I'm trying to go from coast to coast here. You know, I'm trying to give credit where credit is due, coast to coast. But Jay-Z definitely is one of them.
For sure, that's a good one.
Business wise,
that's definitely a good one.
Other artists, you know, it's crazy because I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
What?
I'm kind of drawing a blank here. Who we talking
about? Listen, it's so crazy.
If you say it, I feel like I'm gonna hit myself in the head. For this one.
You are, because it's so crazy because he introduced me to this person, not in person, but he introduced me to this person. this person, I'm actually a little bit mad with myself because when they were here, I didn't really tap in. I had closed ears because their sound was a little
Oh
different.
my gosh.
Exactly.
Nipsey.
Their
Oh
sound was
my
a little
God.
different.
Nipsey. Okay, so
Nah, let me finish now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
too
nah, I
late.
know
It's
it
too
is.
late. Their sound was different. We was
Oh
headed
man, I
back
cannot believe my
from
dog.
Jersey.
Yes, yes,
We was headed to Maryland.
yes, yes,
He like, bro, you gotta listen to this. It was Victory Lap.
yes,
It was
yes. It
Victory
was
Lap.
Victory
He
Lap.
said, bro,
Yeah.
you gotta listen to this. He
You know who put me
fire.
on that?
Who?
Christian.
Wow.
Christian put me on Nipsey. Well,
No, that's not true. You
no.
knew of Nipsey
I already
before.
knew of Nipsey before, but like one because he was dating one. You know, that's my.
No, but because of Grams.
But, yeah, definitely
And
because
we're
of
gonna
Grams.
talk
Yeah,
about
we'll
that.
talk about that even. Yeah, but so yes, Nipsey. That actually made me mad. But go ahead.
Now let me finish.
Go
We
ahead.
was headed from Jersey to Maryland. He was like, bro, you gotta listen to this. He fire. I'm listening. I'm like, right, cool, but I ain't feeling that. It was his voice. It was his voice. It was just something to it was something to get used to.
Yeah.
In which I'm actually mad because when I finally had open ears, he passed away.
Yeah.
He passed away, but
because he had that song with Rowdy.
Yep.
Yep.
He passed away. That's crazy.
Yes.
I think I opened up a little bit before he passed, but like
yeah.
When I really tapped into him, he passed away. But I love his thought process. I love the way he handles business. His music. I love the way how he's independent and really stands on like independency and building
ownership.
with your computer. Exactly, building with your community, ownership. Now you can go into Grams now.
Okay, yeah. So
he got a crazy story.
So my family is from the West Coast. My mom originally grew up in Cali. My grandmother actually has some property on the same strip where Nipsey's shop is. They were trying to pretty much buy the whole block. Where her shop is now, it's actually right across the street from Simply Wholesome. If you guys are familiar with that, it's like a organic spot. The shop is right there next to CVS. When you guys see it, tap in. Go rent an apartment if you need one.
Tap in.
But yeah. So the office building. She actually got to meet with some of his business partners. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but he was trying to buy a lot of buildings around where his shop was and create a center for the youth, IT center where they can come and learn everything about IT computer wise. But you know, it obviously didn't happen due to his passing. But he also tried to buy the building that my grandmother owns. And it's kind of
tried to sweep the block.
Yeah, he tried to sweep the block. But it's just crazy kind of understanding his mindset and seeing it actually come into fruition, especially because being so close, I used to spend all my summers there. And you know, it's just crazy seeing everything, seeing the growth from where he started and then to where he ended up being. My cousins were a little closer, you know, in the streets, that type of lifestyle. So they actually got to meet him, got to talk to him, got to chill with him and things like that. I never actually personally got to meet him. I've seen him a couple times on the block, but that's just like driving by his shop and things like that. But it's definitely an amazing thing just to see how much of an impact he still has today. I'm kind of looking forward to whenever his album is going to drop. Kind of eager to hear it. And would love.
You know what's so crazy though? My bad. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I would love to see the just
impact.
Yeah, the impact that it has again.
It's so crazy to me, bro. How artists get bigger when they die.
Oh my gosh,
That's
who was just
crazy
talking
to me.
about that? I think Cole had said in the song, he was like, "Don't like it's crazy how they when they pass, they get bigger. But
Man, like you
yeah,
get bigger when you pass away. Like
yeah,
that's why nowadays I have a little bit more open ears as well as I just try to tap in with a little bit of everybody and also give people their flowers when they're here.
yeah. I
You
think that's the
got
most
to.
important thing.
You got to.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for any and everything, everybody, and just really embracing every moment at that time.
yeah, yeah.
For real, because
It it's just it's scary because even after after X had died and you did that song, when you really start to think about like, dang, like
yeah,
this person passed, and a lot of it has to do with greed. A lot of it, has to do with just the other person just not being on,
envy.
yeah, not being on the same, not being on the same kind of uh vibe or frequency as you, and it's just sad because that definitely crippled Los Angeles as a whole. It still has. Even the music industry as a whole, it definitely hurt it more than it helped. But yeah, I think that's the
It's
most
crazy.
important thing is just ownership, 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 ownership. Um, but
We was talking.
understand. Yeah, I know. We went
We
to
was talking about greed and envy,
yeah,
and we
yeah,
was talking about gratitude. You were the ownership.
yeah. I did that because I want people to understand like what when they do create the music is the biggest thing is ownership, but
For sure.
um understand that sometimes to begin with um you might have to give up something to get something. And when I speak of that, I mean percentage wise. Understand that maybe the ball might not be in your court now, but it soon will be. Speaking percentage wise,
Yeah, I was about to say no Diddy.
I wasn't saying give up something that ain't, no,
No
no, no,
Diddy.
no, 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 now.
Listen, we stand on respect, code, morals.
Morals, okay? Ain't nothing
No
worth.
disrespect
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
Diddy or anybody. It was just a
But
joke.
yeah,
Ha
yeah,
ha.
yeah. Yeah. but yeah, just understand that sometimes it's okay to give up a percentage of your music in order to get it to that certain platform or in front of those certain eyes. And look to get placed in
I
certain
feel a
things as
little
well.
different. I feel a little different about that. Like yes and no.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there.
You gotta know your business.
Yes.
If the contract isn't right, don't sign it.
Yeah. See, we gonna give y'all that next episode. We got an exclusive next episode
For sure.
when it comes to understanding your contracts and things like that, especially because firsthand experience here.
For sure.
And then I have a little bit of experience with it as well. My aunt, she's a shark, so she's put me on the game when it comes to contracts and things like that. But yeah, I think we're about done with the episode.
Yeah.
Uh, anything you want to tell the people before we kind of
Oh,
see you later?
you said that like I got a baby on the way, so.
No, no. Hey, please make sure that ain't right.
Oh, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. You got something to tell us?
No.
We're not doing no babies right now.
Nah, no babies. We can't.
I got a baby.
Yeah, but right now we can't afford it. We only can afford one.
Only
Okay.
one.
Only one. We only can afford one. Okay, that's it. Out the group, he took it first.
I got it first.
You know what I'm saying? We good now.
I closed the spot up. Now everybody gotta wait.
Oh man. But yeah, nah. Just thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Do all that good stuff. You heard what the lady.